From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. Hope you had a great week out there, Jacksonville, believing, creating, hustling, getting the job done. Football's in full swing. Great time of the year, like I keep saying. You got high school games this weekend, college football coming up. The Jags going into their third week of the preseason as they welcome the Atlanta Falcons. Not bad in week 2. Looked pretty decent. A couple of things to shore up offensively and defensively. But I'm telling you, this is going to be a very good team. We got a great show lined up for you this week. Mark Brunell joins me here at the bar. He's my returning guest, my former quarterback, my current friend, a great guy on and off the field. Looking forward to catching up with him. John and Polident join me here. They're the founders and owners of Underwear for Men. Alicia Stobie, she's a #1 best-selling author in the mortgage industry, all headed your way this week on The Horse's Mouth right here on Buzz TV. Proud to introduce my title sponsor for The Horse's Mouth. It's Ewing Real Estate, a great group of people who can help you with any commercial real estate project out there. Whether you're developing land, you're building an office or an apartment complex, or you need some help with financing, we can assist you. Give us a call at 354-5573 or visit us online at allenewing.com. All right, welcome back to The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV, live from Tommy Max. My returning guest, Mark Brunell, ex-teammate of mine, of course, with the Jags, and a good friend also. Mark, welcome back, buddy.
Thanks to have me.
Great to have you.
Always a pleasure.
Cheers. Cheers on the way
Cheers,
in.
Tommy.
Cheers on the way out. Awesome to have you. You're a busy man this fall, Mark.
I'm wearing a lot of hats right now,
You sure
Tommy.
are, man.
Yep.
You're coaching at Episcopal.
That's right.
You're hosting your own television show. You're doing things with the Jags and football and right in your element, though, man. That's what you love doing.
I love doing it. I like staying busy, as you do. It's a good thing. So my favorite is coaching at Episcopal. You know, we had our first game last week, and we've got 10 more games. And just to be in these young men's lives, it's a real joy. Very rewarding. Working with WJXT, doing some anchor work. You mentioned the TV show, working with the NFL Legends community, our alumni group. So. Yeah, lot going on. And raising some kids and being married. Good stuff.
And you
stuff.
stay in the game, and the game's fun. And it's, football is life. We always say that, and it's just great to be around it. So the Jags finished their second week of preseason.
Right.
I rewatched the game. I like taping and rewatching it. Some good, some not so bad. I mean, so good. I don't think you get too concerned just yet, but what are your thoughts on the team so far?
To nobody's surprise, the defense looks solid.
Yeah. Run defense, little shaky, but
and
Darius wasn't in there, so I got to give
that's
him
true.
a little
And they missed Dante Fowler and Jalen Ramsey because of the suspensions. Those things happen, as you know.
I know.
Fortunately, they happened in preseason, so it doesn't really matter.
Right.
But at full strength, this is going to be a good defensive group. I think everyone would agree with that. Offensively, Blake Bortles in the first group, not as sharp as they were the previous week.
Right.
But you mentioned it. That's okay.
Yeah.
You get a quarterback that's in preseason. Listen, Blake's trying some other things.
Yep.
He's experimenting a little bit, and he knows the offense. He's a confident player.
Yep.
Even though he might have an interception or miss a throw or two, it's not going to shake his confidence.
Right.
As soon as he had that bad game, a bunch of people came out and said, there's a lot of concern here.
Right.
There's always concern at the quarterback spot unless you have a Tom Brady or unless you have a Drew Brees.
Yep.
I think Blake's going to be fine. I think this football team's in great shape. Still 2 more games.
Yeah.
Regular season starts in just less than a few weeks.
Yep.
I like the football team.
Week 3 coming up this weekend against Atlanta at home. All the pundits always say this is the week.
The dress rehearsal.
Did you feel that way as a starting quarterback going into the season? Is week 3 that important to you?
Yeah, well, it's at least what Coach Coughlin used to do, and I think most head coaches do now. That's the dress rehearsal for the opening week and the remainder of the season, because not only are you playing maybe 2.5, 3 quarters, you're going into the second half as a starter, but the week leading up to it is identical to the week that you'll have in a regular season. You remember those days. And so it is the dress rehearsal, not only the game, but the whole practice week, the preparation week. So it is big. And in preseason, if you get 3 snaps,
Yep.
3 series, or 3 quarters, whatever you get,
Yeah.
you want to be sharp. You want to execute.
At your best, yeah.
And we're going against the Atlanta Falcons.
Yep.
They got a good football team.
Yep.
One of the best quarterbacks, in my opinion,
Yep.
in the league. Although Jalen
agree.
would think that Matt Ryan's a little overrated, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But team's in a good place, and a little bit of training camp to go, and then kickoff's almost here.
All right, so take us inside, Mark. You get drilled by a defensive lineman. You know the offensive lineman that missed the block. What's going through, your mind, and you as a quarterback? I don't see Blake ever saying anything.
No.
Did you ever say anything like, come on,
what?
man, I'm sick of, come on, I just got killed. Are you not blocking the guy?
What
goes through it?
What goes through your mind is the first thing, when you get drilled, first thing in your mind is get up.
Yeah.
Man, get up.
Right.
You kind of take inventory of your body right there, and you're thinking, all right, I'm good.
Yeah.
You get up. You try to, in a brief moment, kind of analyze what happened. Is that my mistake? Did I not make the right protection call? Something to be concerned about. But then you get to the next play. You don't have time to dissect who missed their block or did the running back go to the right way. A lot happens in such a short amount of time. You get up, figure out what went wrong so it doesn't happen again, and then you start thinking about the next play.
Well, what if it happens multiple times? Eventually, are you like, come on, man, when you do your
Well, if it happens multiple times, if it happens multiple times, it's one of 2 problems. It's either you, the quarterback, or you got a problem up front. You got maybe a young, inexperienced player going against a really good defensive end. And then you adjust your game plan. You adjust, maybe we might need to put a tight end, stick Kyle Brady over there to help with the blocking.
Gotcha.
Or maybe we keep Fred Taylor in to do a little chipping. You've got to adjust if you're getting hit in the mouth. Because a quarterback that gets hit in the mouth repeatedly can't be the quarterback you want him to be.
Right, it's hard.
So it's hard. So you fix the problem, not dwell on it, because quarterbacks have other things on their mind. But the first thing in the passing game is you protect the quarterback.
That's right.
I always thought that was pretty important.
No
I was
doubt.
always fond.
Yeah,
I was always
you were
fond of that. So
no doubt.
a lot goes on to that.
I think with the whole team, nobody messes with the QB.
No, and
that's a good thing. That's a strong
What's
thing.
Interesting that we mentioned the Jalen Ramsey thing, and Jalen Ramsey making these comments about Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
Listen, you don't mess around with the opposing team's quarterback.
Right.
Because Matt Ryan probably, it bothered him a little bit, and he probably wants to go at Jalen to test him a little bit.
Yeah.
But he's not thinking about that. But what Jalen did was he ticked off the Atlanta O-lineman. He ticked off the receivers. He ticked off the entire team.
Yeah.
Because Matt Ryan is their guy.
That's right.
They, and
Protect him
you
to the
protect
end.
your guy, and so it might get a little chippy.
Yeah.
In that preseason game.
Yeah, good.
And that's the way it should be.
That'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
Hang in there. We're going to come back more with Mark Brunell on the Horse's Mouth. We're live from Tommy Max right here on Buzz TV. The Horse's Mouth also brought to you by Stellar. Taking solutions further. Check them out online at stellar.net. All right, welcome back to the Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV, of course, with my friend Mark Brunell. Mark, I didn't realize the new rule this year. You can't, I can't even figure out the whole, you can't put your body weight into the quarterback as you are tackling him to the ground. They want to see you move to the side as you're going down. I mean, you're a QB, you're like, man, I'm glad 300 pounds ain't landing on my clavicle. I get it, but man, it's just a strange kind of rule.
It's strange. You asked the wrong guy, because I can't figure it out. You can't figure it out.
Yeah.
They don't want you to lead with your head. They don't want you, the body weight on the player.
Yeah.
I understand, and I'm all for making this game safer.
Sure.
But that being said, it's still football.
Yep.
The game is changing. They're trying to make it safer, but it's got to be realistic.
Yep.
It's still football. It's still violent.
Yep.
It's still physical, and that's just the nature of the game. So, and I don't know if in this preseason they're just kind of work out the kinks. I hope that's the case.
Me too.
To when they get to opening day, where they figure out, okay, all right, this was called, that was called. Listen, we need to be a little softer on this, let these guys play football.
Right.
But it remains to be seen how this is going to play out, because one head coach said this: these rules, if they continue to be enforced the way they are, somebody is going to lose a game. Somebody's going to lose a job. Some team's not going to get in the playoffs because of some penalty that really shouldn't be a penalty.
Right.
It's it's a very serious matter.
We saw it last year in the Viking-Saints game, didn't we? The
Absolutely.
last play of that game was it Diggs goes up.
Yep.
Defender, didn't want to hit him, went too low, totally missed him. Guy takes off, scores a winning touchdown.
Yeah, and listen, 5 years ago, that receiver is getting knocked down.
Yeah.
He's getting hit.
Absolutely.
It's just the way it is. And that game's over.
Yeah.
The Saints move on into the playoffs.
Right.
But he's been taught, listen, if I do this, if I go high or something like that, if I put my head in there, I'm going to get fined $25,000,
Yeah.
$30,000, maybe more. No player wants to deal with that.
That's
so
right.
it's just it's a little messy right now, Tommy.
What are you thinking as far as this team is concerned, the Jags? Look, on paper they look phenomenal.
Yep.
We know that. I think they'll be fine because of Marone and his demeanor, but a little too much talk, and not just Jalen. Too much 16-0. Hey, we're going to the Super Bowl. I know they're going to reel it back in and go one game at a time, but I think the biggest concern for me going into the regular season for the Jags is, can they handle this success? And that's not an easy thing to do.
It's not easy, and I get it. When I heard the 16-0 and the Super Bowl and the greatest defense of all time, red flags, man. I don't like hearing that talk. The players and the teams that I've always had the most respect for, the ones that didn't say a dang thing.
Yep.
Keep your mouth shut, go to work, and just win games one at a time. I don't want to hear 16-0. I want to hear 1-0.
One at a time.
We're focused on the Giants.
Right.
After the Giants, we move on to whoever's next we don't even know kind of thing.
Right.
So success.
Keep it aside.
Yeah, success could be your worst enemy. And then you add on that, listen, they were very fortunate to stay very healthy last year.
That's right.
Doesn't happen. Typically over the course of the season with every team, you lose a guy or two. That didn't happen, so that benefited them.
Yep.
But the schedule? Yeah. This isn't last year's schedule,
not.
Tommy. It's a game changer. So we'll see.
They got the players to do it, though. But you're right. Health, psyche, everything goes into a season that makes it memorable. So it should be a good one. All right, host of the Mark Brunell Show Monday nights.
Come on.
Back at Sneakers.
Yep.
I've been a guest before. Not looking for an invitation just yet, Mark.
You're coming back.
Let's get
At
to the
some point,
playoffs,
you're coming
right?
back.
Let's
We're
get
going
it
to
going.
save you for the big games.
All right, good.
We'll save you for the Super Bowl. How about that?
Awesome.
I
love doing it. But how do you, as a former player, be able to give honest critique to the team and the players that you used to play for?
It's I think what the position demands that you're honest, and you have to, as an analyst or reporter or commentator, whatever. It's never personal, because this past week with Blake Bortles, he missed some throws.
Yeah, he did.
He was off. He threw a really bad pick, almost another one. Underthrew a throw to Niles Paul. Over, a little wide throw to Marquise Lee. Wasn't as sharp.
Right.
I talk about that. It's nothing personal.
Right.
It doesn't keep me from thinking that Blake can't take this team all the way. But in situations like that, my job is basically to say, listen, he missed some throws, wasn't as sharp. I still love him. I still respect him. And if it's a call by Doug Marone, if it's the defense doesn't play well, you just the fans deserve your honesty, and I think that's how you approach it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You do a great job,
I appreciate
buddy.
it.
Always
Thanks, man.
have. All right, more to come on Mark Brunell and more here on The Horse's Mouth, live from Tommy Max on Buzz TV. Brought to you by All right, welcome back to The Horse's Mouth. Mark Brunell's here, of course, and we're welcome to the bar. John and Barb Polident, they are the owners and founders of Underwear for Men, or UFM. Barb and John, welcome. How you doing?
Thanks for having us.
Welcome to the bar. Cheers. We appreciate you joining us. Always great. All right, Bruni, this year on the Mark Brunell Show, you're going to have Marquise Lee, you're going to have Miles Jack. That's exciting to have two current players kind of being on the show, either together or one here, one there, what have you.
They'll rotate, Tommy, each week. And last year was a good show. We had as guests former players, you being one of them, of course, a couple times. Having a current player in addition to having some former players involved in the show. The show's going to an hour this year. So to have some guys that are actually in the locker room, on the playing field, I think would resonate with the viewers and the people there at Sneakers. So I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to working with them.
No doubt. And they're two exciting players. I think Miles Jack physically might be the most gifted middle linebacker that I've ever seen.
Yeah, and I think
size, speed,
no question.
Everything. He's got it all.
With him going to Mike Backer, and as well as anybody, you're the anchor, you're the quarterback, you know, and so there's the mental side to that, is getting everyone lined up and making the calls. That's going to be interesting to see how he develops in that area. I think he'll do fine, and up to this point, he's doing great. Will only get better, but we're looking at a guy that could be in that position for a long time and potentially be a Pro Bowler eventually.
Just watching the tape, he's just got to don't think so much. You can tell he's thinking a lot. Like, where am I supposed to be? He gets out of alignment a little bit. You know, they had a couple plays against him, but he should be fine. He's a smart kid.
I agree.
It's going to be fun. All right, well, let's talk about NFM or UFM. Sorry, underwear for men. What a great transition this is. John and Barbie, you're the founders. How did you come up with this style of underwear for men?
Well, men's underwear really has a problem because it doesn't really provide any support.
Okay.
You know, if you have traditional boxer briefs, it kind of just smashes you against your thigh and sticks and you chafes, and so it's just very uncomfortable. So we figured there had to be a better way.
Okay.
So we invented underwear for men with our adjustable pouch technology, which we actually have a patent on.
You know, Bruni, it looks like you could wear that under your football pants, right? Because
I would think so.
A protective cup slides in there, right?
It does.
Yeah,
it does.
I mean, that looks like you could. I mean, man, you could even add some thigh pads, maybe.
There's your next step
That's
right there.
Yeah. Get it all in one.
Get a license with the NFL, and here we go. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for helping us out. Thanks for helping us out.
On behalf of men all over, we appreciate that.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, look, whether you're hunting, fishing, running around, you know, the board shorts at the beach, man, they always chafe the heck out of you. It's definitely needed out there in the marketplace.
Especially here in Florida, you know, things get kind of swampy and, you know, ugly down there, and, you know, this kind of keeps you organized.
Yeah, and the cinch. So how'd you come up with the cinch? You're like, hey, I'm sick of them hanging around and want to tighten it up, or what's the deal?
Well, I mean, that's where the support comes from.
Right.
So it basically picks things up and gets you off your thighs.
Yeah.
And it's like having a jock strap built into your underwear.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So you've got the support of like the old tighty whities, but you've got a nice looking pair of underwear on.
How about that, Bruni? You learn something new every day.
How about
Where was this when we were playing? Damn
Just
it.
when you think you know everything.
That's right. You get put back to square one. All right, who does Episcopal have this week? Who we got?
We've got Christ Church coming to our place. Big game. We lost to them last year.
Okay.
And well-coached team, very competitive, got some good athletes, some size. It'll be a real challenge for us Friday night.
Cool. So young team, mature team, what kind of team do you have?
Well, yes.
A lot of seniors?
We've
lot
got
of juniors,
we've
more
got
fresh?
about 13 seniors.
Okay.
We've got we got some big kids, some smaller kids, experience, inexperience, some really talented guys, some guys that haven't played football. You know, we've got 58 kids on the roster, so we'll see. The one thing that's true about all of them, they work hard, they're competitive, and they're great to coach.
That's great, man. Well, good luck, brother.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for coming by.
I appreciate it,
You know,
Tommy.
I love having you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Mark Brunell and John and Barbie, you're going to hang out. And while we go to break, John, give us a little demonstration of how the technology works.
Well,
Would you mind?
Sure. This is the adjustable pouch right here.
Right.
And you got the drawstring that comes down around here. So as you pick up the drawstring, it just kind of picks everything up.
That's fascinating, man. I tell you, I'm fascinated. And you know what? Maybe it'll help men everywhere, Mark.
I think it will.
Over 1 million in sales, by the way, worldwide.
It's helping a lot of men
as
we speak.
We got to get 58 pair on the Episcopal players.
Well, absolutely.
Bring it on, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Here, we're good to go.
Why not? Why
absolutely.
not? We'll do it.
All right. Thanks, pal.
Thanks,
Appreciate
buddy.
you coming by. More to come right here on The Horse's Mouth, live from Tommy Max.
This is a Clydesdale. Despite what you see in the commercials, he doesn't play football. He won't bring me a cold one, as much as I wish he would. He does not fall easily in love with his kitty cat pals, of which he has none. He's just really good at being a horse on this ranch. I run with help from my banker, at Synovus, Bank of Here. Really, Bruce?
All right, welcome back to The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. John and Barb Polident are here with Underwear for Men. Of course, want to thank Mark Brunell for stopping by. He's such a great individual. Knew him as a teammate, known him as a friend for a long time. Just a great individual. All right, Barb, so we're talking underwear for men. There's a medical side to this technology, right, to help men out there. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, there are. We have a drawstring adjustable pouch, so it provides the support of like an athletic supporter or a suspensory. So whenever it's recommended that your scrotum have a little bit of relief, this product will provide you with the support, and it'll keep your privates where you put them, so there's no slacking throughout the day if you're having any problems with edema or swelling.
Okay, great.
So yes, we've attended 3 different AUAs, the American Urological Association meetings, and we've been well received in the medical community throughout the world.
So men having vasectomies, this is a great, they can wear these to help the healing process, is that correct?
Yes, they're highly recommended post-operatively.
Okay. Coming from a nurse, you say that so well, post-operatively.
That's right.
All right, John, $1 million in sales. Congratulations, my friend. How do you keep the train rolling?
Well, we are trying new things all the time. We're looking at different markets. We've just kind of released this into the fishing and the hunting area, and we're having a very great reception. We're also really starting to look at the military market, because the military is a really good fit.
Absolutely.
Whether it be PT or field operations. Obviously, we want them staying comfortable and not having to worry about that down there.
If at the end of the day, if you're walking a lot, right? It doesn't matter if you're fishing, you're hunting, you're being a salesman out there in the business world, you're playing ball, you're playing golf. I mean, this is the underwear for you.
Right. And we do a lot with golfers as well. That's been one of our major markets.
All right, awesome. How can people find underwear for men?
We are available at ufmunderwear.com, or we're also available on Amazon.
All right. Hey, it's been a pleasure meeting you guys. Cheers on the way out.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming by the Horse's Mouth.
Thanks for having
Best of luck the rest of the way, too. That's fascinating.
Hope you enjoy your UFMs.
Hey, you learn something new every day right here on this show. It's fantastic. More to come right here on the Horse's Mouth.
What makes the Tom Bush Family Dealership so special?
It's because we treat our customers like family.
Tom Bush Mini has really treated me well. Anytime I have an issue, I always know that there's somebody there that's going to be able to handle it. Everybody remembers me, and I like that.
If you have a Mini, you are a part of a family and you hang together. We'll wash your car while we're at it.
They'll wash my car, and I just feel very comfortable.
We invite you to join our growing family.
Visit one of our 7 locations today and experience the Tom Bush difference.
All right, time once again for Up Close and Personal here on the Horse's Mouth. I'm joined by my good friend Alicia Stovey. She's the #1 mortgage authority. She's a best-selling author, and she's a good friend of mine. She joins me here at the bar. Alicia, how are you?
Happy to be
Cheers.
at the bar.
Cheers. Great to have you at the
Thanks,
bar.
Tom.
Absolutely. Best-selling author. You're the #1 mortgage authority. How did you get into mortgages? Were you always into finance, or did you study it and then you found your niche, or how did you get into that industry?
So it's actually a second career for me. My first career was radio sales. Well, actually, I started on the air, so doing the DJ thing and loved spinning the tunes, and then got into the sales and marketing aspect of that. So just, I love numbers, I love people, and so made the transition to real estate and mortgages for my second career. And I've been doing that 15 years now. So it's been a minute. I'm great with numbers and I love people. So it's a great way to, be able to help people.
And make a living.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's the perfect storm, right? You get to help people find their home, get them the financing, and then, you get to live the quality of life you want to live, and then you make money doing it. It's a beautiful thing.
I love that I'm able to sleep at night. I always do the right thing during the day, help people save money on their rate, or help them find the right loan program that's just for them. Yeah, it's great.
That's fantastic. All right, tell us the title of the book.
It's called How to Get Approved for the Best Mortgage Without Sticking a Fork in Your Eye.
Wow. How many? So, best-selling author. How many copies of that? How many has been sold?
So we're well into the thousands category now.
Okay, cool.
It's exciting. So your basic author doesn't sell more than 1,000 books usually, unfortunately. So we've well blown past that, and it's good fortune that it's still a top 10 seller on Amazon.
Wow,
There's just nothing like it. It just kind of breaks down, what you need to do, the questions you need to ask. It's all about serving and empowering the customer so that they know the questions to ask when they're looking for a mortgage, how to shop for a mortgage, the different loan programs.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's really, great that people keep going on and giving 5-star reviews, because that keeps the book out there still.
Absolutely.
And then I do get some questions that I answer every once in a while. And
okay.
So, yeah, I'm always happy.
And you got a podcast you're kicking off? What's
it
called?
Fork This Mortgage.
Fork This Mortgage. I love it. That's great.
So I'm excited about that.
Cool.
Yeah. And it's just, I'm just having such a great time. I've just been so fortunate to have a fabulous summer. I love living here in Jacksonville.
It's a great place, isn't it? It's a great place. All right, what do you think about mortgages as we look forward to the end of the year, maybe 2019? I think we're expecting another rise in interest rates. Is that correct? Or how are you feeling about the whole thing?
Well, the Feds have announced that they're going to have 2 more raises before the end of the year. So essentially that's one this upcoming quarter that we're in, and then the next quarter as well. So hypothetically, that would put us 0.5 point higher, and we're already, I mean, in the scheme of things, rates are pretty low, right? Like we're below 5.
Right.
Short term, we are at about a 4.5-year high for rates, but we all knew they weren't going to stay in the 3s forever.
Right.
So, you know, still being under 5 is still a great opportunity for people to have a home, and especially here in Jacksonville. There's so much affordable real estate when it comes to
no doubt. So for borrowers out there, what should they focus on to make them a strong candidate to get a mortgage? Give me your top 2 or 3 that they should focus on.
Great question. So credit is very important. Credit's going to drive the interest rate, and in an environment where rates are rising, you know, anything you can do to help your credit score be better, that's going to help you get the best interest rates available.
Okay.
And I would say do your due diligence. You know, ask questions when you're talking to the lender that you choose. You know, vet them out. Make sure they give you references and recommendations that they can close on time.
Yep.
And then for us, we're in the trenches every day still, our team originating loans. You know, what we suggest is do a full loan application and let you know everything you qualify for.
Okay.
Let's give you the pros and cons of each, and then you pick what's right for you and your family's situation, whether that's a smaller down payment and a higher monthly payment or vice versa.
Right.
With or without mortgage insurance, you can buy out your mortgage insurance up front, you can put it in the rate. There's so many options.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's great. Alicia, it's been great having you on. How can people find you and NFM Lending?
Thank you. So it's easy to find me. I'm on Twitter. I'm on LinkedIn is a great place to find me. You can pre-subscribe for the podcast at forkThisMortgagePodcast.com.
Nice.
That's the easiest.
Yep.
And then, of course, you can get the #1 best-selling book at EliciaStobyBooks.com.
Like Scobie, but Stoby.
Exactly.
All right. Thanks for coming on. So
Go
great
Jags.
to see you. Go Jags, baby. Going to be a great year. All right. More to come right here on The Horse's Mouth. We're live from Tommy Max on Buzz TV. All right, that'll do it for us this week here on The Horse's Mouth. Of course, I want to thank Mark Brunell, Underwear for Men, and Alicia Stoby for joining us this week. I want to thank my great sponsors as well. This show brought to you by Ewing Real Estate, Synovus Bank, and Stellar, and all the great support we have here on the show. Looking forward to football this weekend. The Jags taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Going to be a great, great time to check out your team in the 3rd week of the preseason. So that's going to do it for us this week, Jacksonville. Hope you have a great week getting after it, making things happen. Hey, we work hard, we play hard right here in this fine city of Jacksonville. So stay cool, Jacks, and be safe. And we'll see you next time right here on The Horse's Mouth on Buzz TV.